In battle, there is no law. And yes, I did grow a mustache for this video on a most authoritative topic, and double yes, this is a reference to the Bolt Thrower album that came out in 1988. Makes a nice title. In battle, there is no law. Unless you've met a commissar. The world of Warhammer 40,000 is so hazardous that not only are the enemies trying to kill you, but your commanding officers as well, should you not be killing in the right direction. But greater still, I made this project because lately I've been trying to push my painting and just take it a little bit further and create more obvious examples of the color theory that I like to speak about. One of those easy introductory topics is the comparison of warm versus cold objects, playing with that value. I've been messing a lot with mother tone. You take a single color and run it through whatever your basic scheme would be, creating a sepia tone atmosphere, maybe a cold feeling to a model. It's a fun way to work, and it can be a little the difficulty I found in it is my tendency is to highlight everything up, start bringing small amounts of ivory or white to brighten everything. But in this, you want more of a controlled look. You're adding that mother tone into every single one of those colors, even those bright highlights that usually break away and create the more, the highlighted area through brightness and volume. But we'll still have that. That is the struggle I've been having, though, is when I mix a bit of blue into these lighter colors, they look a little deeper. But if you have the ability to see the forest through the trees, as they say, there's a larger picture at play. So I put this diorama together. It was all painted up on Twitch, and the idea here was to create a cold-toned background. That rear rank of models, they all have a touch of blue running through that traditional khaki and green armored scheme. And the models in the foreground, I dropped my glasses. The models in the foreground have a bit of moldy ochre running through them. And of course the focus model, the whole idea is that I want you to look at the commissar. That's why I included the color red only on the commissar, so your eyes come to rest as a final point of focus. And there's a lot of theory going into this, but mainly I wanted to just present this more exaggerated example of the separation that cold and warm colors can create, and the artificial distance and focus that you get from that. A lot can be learned through observation, and I was happy to have this piece. Not only do I like it, it was just very fun to make this diorama, this kind of battle line representation. I'd like to make many more, but it also gives me a really good example piece, something interesting to look at and to teach from. So I wanted, sorry about the sirens, so I wanted to break off to the side and just add a few notes about this project. The focus on motion on this was intentional. What you have is sort of a downward hill that the guardsmen are all charging down. You have that cannon kind of jutting out in the back, but leaning forward. There's a lot of emphasis on the motion and moving forwards. Every guardsman is in action, running. So I really was excited when this new boxed set, when the new guard releases were coming out, because of all the action and poses. It's just great fodder for diorama and dead bodies. But the one thing that is not moving is the commissar. I wanted him to stand as a single stone in a tide of blood. The Imperial Guard army is just a wheel, right? And it's dumping bodies out of it like some kind of Ferris wheel filled with containers. And the only way it rolls forward is by crushing the dead as the living jump onto the backside and become the dead. That is the rolling war machine, the poor bloody infantry. And it's great to have the human representation against all of these, just massive celestial threats and cosmic life forms. So all those things are motivating my thoughts. All those seeds are planted. That's how I see the guardsmen. So I just wanted to add that. That is why I created this kind of headlong charging look to them with just this abandon. They are like army ants, just a greater extension of this false God Emperor's will. False. You can see the discarded limbs pressed into the mud to represent that. I didn't want to go overly bloody with this, but that's, another part of it is that they're charging down into the mud, so things are about to get real sticky. It has an optimum viewing angle. I have a final resting place that I want the viewer's eyes to be. I think I might create a label. I should have created a label, a plastic card label that says, "In battle there is no law," at the viewing angle. I may do that if I ever present this in a contest. But there are a lot of angles on this. There are a lot of fun views. It's nice to look down from the back and imagine what they're rushing towards, or facing them headlong as they're, just all screaming with their tiny little human voices. You're a big orc. You don't care. This is how you have fun. And yeah, through it all, just staring down the barrel of that stalwart commissar / battlefield assassin. The old summary execution. I hope you enjoyed viewing this project, and I hope that my words motivated your creative thoughts. There's so many ways to spin this, and seeing is believing, I like to say, so carry that forward next time you're creating a composition, or maybe you're looking at your own tabletop and you have warm models. You might want more of a murky, cold set of scenery or something neutral to complement your figures. I like to think that every model is a smaller puzzle piece of a larger diorama. I paint armies, I do single models. I like making scenes like this, which I will do many more of, I must say, for a second time. But yeah, I had fun making it, and I hope that you are enjoying what you do and that this motivates more of that enjoyment. So that's a wrap. Thank you for your support on Patreon. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, I appreciate all of you. Please let me know how you feel in that comment section down below, and until the next time we meet, remain unchained.